don't know who they're coming in contact with. And most of the time don't care with it.
No, they don't.
So we have 70 what?
77 as of yesterday.
And the message says 70. 70. Everybody knows I don't do nothing on the computer, so I can't get on the left. I appreciate it. Answer it, and I hang up. That's about it. I don't text, I don't email. We're almost 4,000 in New Jersey.
Yeah, they're going up.
There you go, Councilwoman.
Thank you.
If the kids want to keep the books, they can, or if they want to read them and put them back and take a different book or something like that.
Cute.
When you're adopting, there's usually public hearing.
Been going back and forth.
Sure.
Ones that are done. Thank you.
Been going back and forth about this, you know.
Yeah, you didn't have public on the adopted.
This is a regular meeting of the mayor and council of the Borough of Victory Gardens held on November 10th. Military.
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of Maybe.
residents, but it says they will still have to bag their leaves. This is just to keep the gutters clean and the curbing.
Who said that?
It was a conversation about it at the last meeting, so I just wanted to go back and look and see what I could find. Also, because at their last meeting,
When was the planning board?
all right, I'm sorry. I thought it was given, and it was not approved by the planning board. There were 2 votes in favor and 4 other. It says, based on this, the ordinance returns to the mayor and council for its consideration for adoption. We suggest that the mayor and council seek the guidance of the borough attorney as to your various options.
Yeah, because we overruled the.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can,
we
you
do.
can say that you, do not,
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
just say that you are going to do it. Council can still pass. This is consistent with the master plan, so you can do it. Even if you don't, to you.
So our planning board people, what would?
The minutes,
Yep.
Councilman Glass, yes. I don't know what their reasoning was for not doing it, but again, that was on the agenda actually.
Oh, for tonight?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So it's up to council to decide what it is that you want to do. If you want to do it, again, you know, you don't even have to adopt the ordinance because there's nothing in the ordinances that say you can't do it.
But we would have to make a motion.
It's currently
I know, but we
that
want
says
something
you
in
can't
writing.
do it.
We want something in writing, so.
Well, then if you
that
want
can
something
happen,
in
that the
writing-
planning board won't happen again.
So if you want
Yeah,
something in
and
writing,
on our
then you
book.
should just adopt the ordinance that we did at the last meeting.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion.
Don't do it now, wait till we get to that.
Okay.
Okay, because this is just like, whatchamacallit, this is just,
Correspondence, I'm
yes.
sorry.
Troop to build a little free library at the firehouse. Again, we just got this, so I wanted everybody to see it in case you didn't know what they were. And the book can and take another one, or they can keep the book. But I need council's opinion, I need approval if you want to do that. It's up to you.
I saw this in Morristown, it's like a little box, a library either, if they just wanna read a book, get bored, they can go and get one.
Mhm.
Books back. We don't have somebody who's gonna be cleaning that box out all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to bring books back. Because then you're gonna have to appoint somebody to sit there and clean it and monitor it.
Well, I can, let them know, tell them they can do it, but they're gonna have to keep resupplying the stock because the kids aren't gonna bring them back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
is everybody,
Mr. Glass, you good with that?
I need the attorney's opinion on it first.
Oh my God.
Like handle outside.
It's, everything is outside, yes.
Yeah, I didn't get that letter or the notice.
No, it just came this afternoon.
and if they're okay with that, they will restock, then, I'll tell them to go ahead and do it. Okay? Correspondence.
Okay, I need a motion, to accept correspondence.
So motion to accept.
Any questions on any line items? If not, I need a motion to pay the bills.
Councilman Lorenzo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez.
Yes.
The Girl Scout troop, the Light Free Library, that would be on new business
Well, since we've already,
ordinance.
yes,
This is-
we've done this already, that we were taken out of, capital improvement, thank you. Public, you can, and then adoption,
Okay.
okay?
You guys go accordingly? Yes.
Well, I mentioned earlier, I'm not even gonna do that because he's got it so confusing. I'm not even gonna take a chance
Yeah.
to say this is what he means.
Yeah, he's-
So we are gonna
Yes.
go over that.
Table this until we find out if that's what.
Because what he
That has
actually
to
means
do
by
with-
No, this getting it. For anything new, if you don't have to do an ordinance, don't do it. I was looking forward to him coming tonight so I could ask.
Because they both say about the same thing most of the way, and then it changes up.
He was doing it because he says that he was doing some research on it. And he doesn't think that a lot of the times that we do an ordinance, we shouldn't have to do anything as to what his letter was exactly saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't wanna
He's a good lawyer.
speak on his behalf,
Right. Yeah, so we're gonna wait until he comes.
but I,
You're sure, Debbie, that this has nothing to do with that letter that
Yes.
defines us that?
Municipal Firehouse parking lot and surrounding area, including repairs to the retaining wall at. And this is the same one we read the last.
Okay, I'd like a motion to open this portion of the meeting to the public about the adoption of the firehouse improvement ordinance.
So motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
The ordinance is for what exact amount? Because you have the original contract and then you have two change orders.
Right, it's 400. And from Community Development Block Grant, 66,200.
Okay, and are the change orders included with that?
Yes,
Alright, so the change order for the wall, how much was that?
I believe so.
And the second change order for the additional work? This last meeting, you
We didn't have no
said,
number.
you let, they gave you a broad
Yeah.
estimate done. Otherwise, you could say the project will cost you $10,000.
I think it was either because they didn't know what they were gonna run into.
I don't.
Well, they know now because they're finished, right?
No, they're not done yet.
Oh, I thought.
Mhm.
Well, did they, and that work they were doing under the second change order for this ordinance, drainage pipes? I mean, cause it doesn't seem like anybody knows what is incorporated in this, what your number's gonna be.
Or maybe he did.
Well, that's why we did the ordinance, the revised ordinance, based on what,
Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah, but the one thing is, it had to be done for one, and they didn't know until they rip it up.
Okay,
And they don't know exactly how
But-
much material they're gonna use or
But you
need.
haven't told me what, it's gonna cost you 15 to 20,000.
For what?
The first question I would ask, what are you doing for that kind of money?
Well, for one, somebody would have to talk to the, whatever you wanna call him, the guy who's in charge of everything.
Project
He'd be the one He'd be the one, once they ripped it up, he makes an evaluation of what material they have.
Okay, but 2 weeks ago, you knew about this. 2 weeks later, and you still don't know, I mean, you're spending taxpayer money. You guys are the elected officials, you should know exactly what this money is being spent for.
Well, the one is, because I see a lot of trucks going up and down the hill, I know they're carting this stuff out. I don't know how much they're carting out, and I don't even know if they're finished carting it out. That would be one we could probably ask Lee.
We're voting on adopting this ordinance to spend money, and yet we don't know what we're spending this
Well,
money on.
it's already in the process. It's
But
already in
2
the
weeks
process.
later, you should know what that number is.
I know they had to rip everything up, I know they had to get the water out of there, I believe they put a drainage in there, and also they had to put like 1.5 feet of stone, because they had to rip it down. I
Or
don't
is this
have,
all verbal?
I don't have their proposal, I have what Leon gave me.
Okay, but Leon's just the engineer, his numbers are always estimated high. The contractor
Again.
should have given you something for the change order to say what they're doing, all spelled out for that money.
I see what you're saying, you're talking about an agenda. Agenda, we could probably, I don't know if we
No,
can.
agenda.
An agenda is exactly what you're gonna be doing to repair the
No,
problem.
I'm not talking about, you're using the wrong
No.
word. I said a proposal or an estimate to spell everything out, what you're doing for that money.
Well, I was just, when I say agenda, it's from A to Z, whatever they're doing in order, and then they can put some numbers behind it. I don't know if they even know what the project is gonna take to do exactly what they're
How
doing.
do they come up with that number then,
There's no
15 to
proposal.
20,000 in this ordinance?
Based
you don't
on
even
what
know.
Leon spoke to
As far as I
them
know,
about.
Leon did.
Well, they will.
Pepper?
They will eventually have something for them.
Yeah, but Christmas is eventually gonna be here
But,
too.
but he did at least say it's not gonna be any more than 20,000.
Well, you know it's gonna come in at 20. They're just giving you 15.
We don't know
making
that.
We don't know, we don't know.
Yeah.
It might, maybe somebody got
But
lucky
yet you
and
guys
called.
don't even know what you're paying for.
Well, we don't even know what the work is consisted of.
That's
Well,
what
you
the
should
proposal
know.
is.
That's what you get proposals written. You have nothing in paper for a change order, which is required, by the way, according to public
Well,
contract law.
Well, like for one, I don't even know what they're doing as far as the list of exactly what they're
But
doing.
that's why you get it in writing, so you know
Oh,
exactly what they're doing. You're voting on an ordinance to
the other
spend
guy, I gotta
money,
do-
and you don't even know what the
And
money's
then what
for.
happens if it changes as they're doing something?
I got all the.
But that's why there's a
Change order.
specific procedure under public contract law for issuing a change order. I mean, we're not even following state law. And you don't even know what the money's being spent on, because you don't have nothing in
You can't
writing.
say we're not following the state law.
You aren't following
You-
state law, because state law dictates how you're supposed to do
AJ,
it.
you contracted
Yeah.
that?
Do you have it there?
Yeah,
Okay.
number one, that was done.
Does it tell you on the back of the voucher?
Well, the thing is, how come it's gonna be doing a totally drainage, didn't come out with any specification of what's gonna be done to drain the water from the area? Now, What do they do?
PVC pipe and that.
Yeah. Well, cause they don't know until they rip it out.
exactly, but they rip it out.
Here.
That's why I don't understand how you're voting on ordinance to spend money, you don't even know what you're spending it on.
Well, the thing is, it's already in process now, and at least our engineer is on, he's doing his job.
No, he's not doing his
Yeah,
job.
he's doing his job.
He's making sure he puts it
That's
in.
10 to 13 inch pavement removal, 2 inch thick HMA, whatever, I don't know what that is. 4 inch thick quarry stone, 4 inch thick base course pavement, concrete curb, remove and replace. Type B inlet, remove and replace, handicap parking space signs, pavement striping, inlet grate, remove and replace, final cleanup, 4.5 feet of stone.
What is that all under?
It's all
under
under his
that total
contract as to
original
what he's
contract?
doing.
That total on the bottom says 42,000.
This is only part of, this is, the first payment.
Down at the change order.
I just read you.
So
No, I
I'm
knew
putting
that they
everything
came
all
out now.
together, cause the bottom there says 42,000.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know what that 42,000 is paying for.
We don't
I
know
just
how
read
much
it.
No, no,
they're
no, I'm
charging
saying-
us for that one change order.
That's not just for the primary contract, that includes change order 1 and 2.
No, the first change order was the one that we did for the wall.
That is
Right.
That's not in here because that
That's what I
was
just asked.
done already. Yeah,
And you're saying the second change order,
contract, which is,
They need to separate that.
it should tell you the percentage of that payment, what it's for.
Okay, anybody else from the public?
This portion of the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Now I need a motion for the adoption of the firehouse improvement.
They know that. It has nothing to do with it.
Okay, roll call.
Councilman Ross,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hedgepath,
Yes.
Councilwoman White, and Garcia Montez.
No, I voted no before, I'm voting no now. It passed.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt
Wait a minute.
cannabis dispensary.
Okay, so that's a motion, we need a second on
Need a
that.
second?
Second.
Okay, now if you wanna open.
For cannabis dispensary.
Second.
All in favor?
Jim Gill, 15 Franklin Road. First, let me ask, this ordinance that was written, who actually did this ordinance?
Bill said he didn't know much about it, and council said to take it over to planning board and have the
But
planning
the
board
council
turn it
say that he's to write the ordinance?
Yes, they
He worked-
did.
When did they vote on that in the meeting?
Whenever,
I was just told that they had to go to the planning board.
It's
right, but
Well,
that's
yeah,
all.
and that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
stated someone had to draft something, you know?
Yeah, but I didn't hear anybody up here. So he came upon himself
council
to hire
approved
a
We,
planning board attorney.
no, we approved it.
When did you approve it? That's what I'm asking. When did council approve authorizing the planning board attorney to engage in work to create this ordinance? Planning board, because you can't, because you're autonomous boards.
Right.
You can't tell him what to do, they can't tell
Well,
this
council
attorney
told
what to
that
do.
he had to, the
Yeah.
other guy had to do it because he had more.
That's why I'm
knowledge.
asking, when was
That's
the
right.
council vote to hire? Alright, I'm gonna move on beyond that. I wanted to know, in here you have dispensaries. Why are we incorporating anything that has to do with recreation? But they're two separate things. They're creating two separate laws regarding dispensaries, which is already on the books. Recreational is going to be a completely separate law.
but you can still have it.
One, dealing with recreational marijuana stuff, which could be anything, to say that the store across the street can't sell it because in here it says you can only have one. According to, no, not necessarily. It's like somebody that sells soda and cigarettes. You can sell cigarettes. The guy next door can sell cigarettes because it's state law that allows them to do that.
Well, it's a different thing. The average person that's gonna open up a dispensary already projected that it's gonna be legalized. So it's gonna be for, no, I'm talking about for recreational. Everyone knows
They
that.
don't, the AC.
A lot of people are just waiting to see what was gonna happen. Since it was on the vote this year, a lot of places are gonna start opening up
But a
now.
grocery store can't sell medical marijuana like they could recreational, because recreational, if the liquor store wanted to sell recreational, he can't sell medical, but he can sell recreational. The liquor store wants to sell recreational because the dispensary isn't.
Gonna be able to sell both medical and recreational.
And that's only if the state allows.
Can we talk
ordinance.
Well, how long ago they,
And don't forget, about a year ago, the show place was in business. There was no vacancies around here to open a dispensary. Yeah.
The last thing I gotta say is, because nobody seems to tell you what happened at the planning board.
Enough information, I think a lot of,
Personal belief.
each and everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah,
They didn't-
but what was the attorney said right off the?
You know what, I can't speak for anybody else, I can speak for myself. You'd have to speak to everybody else.
Well, you have a mouth, you should open it, but you didn't.
Just like I can't change yours, you can't change
So
mine.
you didn't say nothing when somebody asked, well, how did the, what did the?
Oh, so I'm gonna tell somebody how they.
No, you should have at least said, this is what.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome. Okay, I need a motion to close this portion of the, cannabis dispensary. Okay. I need a motion to open this portion of the
no, we're
meeting.
making a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Oh, excuse me. I need a motion.
Councilman Glass,
No.
Councilwoman Hedgepath,
Yes.
Councilwoman White,
Yes.
Councilman Lorraine, I wrote on my agenda. I received, and we don't have to do this tonight, so it's up to council, the new contract for the Board of Health. I just got this today. I looked it over, it's the exact same, inclusive of everything that we've had with the Board of Health for the last 5 years. $98. We don't have, like I said, we don't have to do this tonight. I can make copies for everybody and let everybody see it, but it's the same exact contract as we've had in the past.
This last year that we received?
Yes. I asked them that, but they said everything is going up, so.
They get a second.
Remember,
Councilwoman Hedgepath,
Yes.
Councilwoman White,
Yes.
Councilman Lorenzo,
Yes.
Council. I'll make copies for everybody, so you have it.
Okay.
I have one thing to add. Last meeting, Deb, I asked you, you said you wanted to look back into your
Look,
what we had said.
yes,
I got it too.
it says here that Councilman Glass asked if we could give Hector a raise on DPW. He's making half of what Eddie is making. And I, of course, said he hasn't been here as long as Eddie. Eddie's been here 10 years longer than he has. And then we just went on to talk about, other raises, you know, for everybody across the board. And that was it. There was nothing
We had
else.
discussed that we would talk about it later, after the budget, I guess. And because of the fact that Hector's getting paid, what, $50 less than our clerk out there? And Hector's been here like 10 years.
Their payroll vouchers are in there.
You have the first ones, Councilman?
The first one.
No, I think
Oh,
we have
no.
everything over there.
I still have one.
Can you go through these and see if you find the one for Debbie Devery and, Council?
I didn't see any of the Debbie.
I did,
You did?
yeah.
You want me to go
Here.
through them?
It's not as fast as- Been here 10 years?
Yes.
Debbie Devery makes $19.45 an hour.
It's her 6th year.
Was
Yeah.
that overtime pay?
No, this is what they get an hourly rate.
I thought she was making 16.
It's 1995, Mr.
And he makes,
1990. Is it
90.
90?
yes. I feel as though he deserves a raise after
And-
10 years.
What is,
30 also.
Huh?
30?
30? No, I think you meant
you don't see it? They should have all been together.
I know,
They
all
should have all been
together.
together.
$32.15. $32.15 an hour. So I think it's time that we give
He's
Tommy
been with us how long? Eddie?
Eddie's
100 years.
Eddie started here, January 22nd of 1996. And Hector started April 24th of 2006.
And Debbie Demery
Debbie
started
started 6 years ago,
6.
so 2014 for her.
They do hard work, they do. And I think they should put a person on streets and roads. Huh?
I'm asking a question.
What was the question?
Here's the people.
Yes.
2006.
So I'd like for council to think about it, and Debbie, if you could please put it on the agenda, so we could vote on a raise for Hector. The coronavirus by itself, it wasn't like we hired someone else to come in and help him. So he did the work of 2 men, just like Eddie would have done, if it was Eddie, but still, you know, we need to appreciate. So could we put that on the agenda?
Yeah, the agenda next time.
As
Okay.
council,
Mhm.
if they agree or not.
I'll have to, also,
Okay, I need a motion to open this portion of the meeting to the public.
It's a motion to open this portion of the meeting to the public.
Second.
I think that, you know, you guys should consider giving him $5 an hour raise because he's worth it and he's still under Eddie's hourly rate.
We're gonna do that anyway.
I know my
Yeah.
job.
You're wasting your
there.
time. Oh, I just wanted
And
to
I
remind
normally
you.
do that.
Okay, cause
Thank
it's
you,
there.
Tim.
I heard mention of payroll voucher. You have a voucher actually for payroll. Is that from the payroll company?
No.
Not the regular vouchers.
And by the way, getting back to the salary stuff, you do have money in the budget. You always overinflate salaries. So there's
Well, gee, I
plenty.
can get a raise.
There's plenty.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, did you get a certification from the CFO regarding the, ordinance you just did for the firehouse money?
He said he did it up for me.
Okay, so put over request in for that.
I didn't get it yet, but he said he did it up for me.
That 38,000 represents
Partial payment.
partial payment, so that's broken down on the voucher though, right? 11/3/2020 for Anderson and Zensler. Is that gonna be his final bill for, okay, the 11 11-7, Pine Top. Stormwater, $900.
I have Eric Bernstein.
Okay, what does he break it down to come up with that number?
Okay, legal research, zoning for marijuana dispensary, telephone conference with Barry Colombo, draft ordinance, review materials, revise materials, telephone conference with Barry, another one with Barry, another one with Barry, another one. Review materials, preparation for 10/28 board meeting, attendance at planning board meeting, and that's everything.
Okay. And 11-7?
11/7 is Attorney Feintuck.
Yeah, it says for stormwater, $900.
That's the ordinance that we did for,
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody have a good night.
Bye, everybody, take care. Bye, everybody.
All right, take care.
You can make some comment, you want to make some